With Phantasmal Flames, Alakazam, the 7th most popular deck in all of Standard according to Limitless, and by far the best single prize deck, gains access to Battle Cage, Wondrous Patch, and Dawn. What this means is 2 of its 4 biggest weaknesses are gone. Thanks to Battle Cage, your bench is protected against Monkey Dory slowly chewing you out like a butt. And Wondrous Patch means you can manually attach Enriching Energy to the Dunsparce even more than before, recycling it 2 or 3 additional times per game. Dawn, meanwhile, just helps consistency. But that's Alakazam's 3rd weakness. You can just not have a good start. Because things like Lilies and Iono aren't heavily used, our chances of a dead hand are increased. And rebounding from that isn't easy, like how I rebound from all my divorces by going to farmers markets on Sunday mornings and talking to the women who frequent the ice cream section. Still, if you get yourself off on turn 1, Alakazam is nigh unbeatable. Unless they run Xerosage Machinations or Hand Trimmer, then you might be screwed. Of course, I couldn't accept playing Alakazam the optimal way. I had to add some secret sauce to it. A couple Japanese lists recently have tried out Dodrio and Arcanine together because why not? Battle Cage keeps your Dodrio from getting obliterated on the bench by Monkey Dory, and Arcanine can attack for free thanks to Dodrio. I'm not saying it's good, but you can't keep massaging the same feat day after day. That'll get boring. Sometimes you have to mix things up. And you all called me crazy when I said, oh hey, we should probably put Lily's Determination in this deck because PTCG will never give me a good start. Why do they have metal sleeves? They're a crazy person, that's why. Okay, so we go Buddy Poffin. I should have attacked that energy and probably item locked them, but it wouldn't have mattered. And then we go... Yeah, that would have been nice. All right, so let's go Abra, Dunsparce. We're going to just have to sacrifice our Abra right here. And then we're just going to have a really good turn next turn. That's all it really is. Yeah, I mean, we might just go down 2 prizes. That's unfortunate. Yeah, but they got metal sleeves. And Lonely Island, I know. I could put in 4 Enhanced Hammer, they'd all be prized against any deck that plays Mist Energy. Gordroth, we're going to fork after the stream. We spoon first, and then we fork. So, I mean, this is probably not going to be a win, to be completely honest with you. Unless I can get Rare Candy, right? If I can go, I'm gonna go Dawn for a basic, and then we get Dudunsparce and an Alakazam. If I get Rare Candy Energy, then we probably win. Okay, well, there's Bravery Charm. I mean, that doesn't really matter. So this is why you play the shuffling one. And of course, it's a perfect KO on the Abra. That's unfortunate. You know, they're playing the, I blame Azul for this one. They got the Buffalo. What are they? The Buffalo Bills? All right, so I'm going to send up the Dunsparce, obviously, because I can shuffle it back in. And I guess, actually, no, I think we're fine. Right, unless they have a bosses, I think we're totally fine. I'm going to draw a couple cards first, because if I'm able to get Alakazam and energy, then we're gonna go for it. Ooh, hello. This is awkward. I think Fezandipiti goes down, because again, if I can just get Alakazam energy, then we're totally fine. And I'm in no rush to use my supporters. Again, just give me Alakazam Rare Candy, or just don't give me anything ever. Okay, so we never saw Rare Candy, so that kind of means that I'm just going to send up a Dudunsparce and be like, yeah, sorry, buddy. Okay, so Dunsparce, and Alakazam. If they have a bosses, I think we're screwed anyway. I can get by with 1 Alakazam because I can eat some Sacred Ash, so that'll be totally fine. And then, of course, we get that. All right, so we evolve this guy. I do that, and then it's just an end turn, I guess, right? We're just going to Joe Biden our time here. So obviously, if they have a boss's orders, that's not, they can't really do anything. They'd have to get Energy Switch, bosses, Crispin, right? We know their A-Spec is not Prime Catcher. So their ability to do something this turn depends on coin flips. How lucky you feeling? Again, they could have 2 Energy Switch or something, but I doubt it. It's how swifty are you feeling right now, Anti-Timo? And the reason I obviously evolved into the Dunsparce is because they would need 1 heads to knock out a Dunsparce. Oh, here we go. I hope you realize that I go through your Bouffalant's ability. So Curly Wall reduces damage. So remember, if you haven't watched Trust Your Pilot's video on, okay, this is fine. You know, I'll trade that. If you haven't watched my video in the starter guide of 10 mistakes new players make, damage and damage counters are two completely different things. All right, so this is fine. I'll take this trade. Because they had to use Crispin. We're about to knock out a Mega Kangaskhan. I'm happy with this trade. I will trade 1 prize for 3 prizes. And this is why Alakazam is so goated. Is because you can just be like, oh yeah, you have a Mega with over 300 hit points? Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, Saturday was really good with our Chaladon. The video's on YouTube right now. Okay, so how many cards do we need and how many cards do we have? I don't think it matters. The question is, do I eat some Sacred Ass right now? And I think the answer is no. We just wear a bra and we go from there. Because Sacred Ash, remember, that shuffles in 5. That's a little much for us. I don't really want to put in, 3 Pokemon. I want to wait till the Alakazam gets KO'd or somebody gets KO'd. There's a Battle Cage. We got all the things. How many cards do I have? Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go Hilda for the Dunsparce Enriching Energy and just win the game. Who needs math when you can just do the thing? Oh, God. Who needs math when you can just draw a million cards? All right, so then we go to Dunsparce, shuffle the dude back in. Okay. And, yep, sure, let's flip the old script here. Oh, would you look at that? A million more cards that I need. Okay, so Dunsparce comes down. And then, should I even count? I think we're doing like 400 damage. Yeah, hot dog buns, absolutely. It has it for your opponent, but not you. When Alakazam is literally the 7th most popular deck on Limitless. And it's one of the highest performing decks on Limitless. And it's like, it forces you to count, which would be fine. Like, I don't mind counting my hand. It's like counting your toes, which is totally fine. I use my tongue so I know which ones I've counted so I don't accidentally double count. And Gordroth, yeah, but then you can only use that in winter. Did they rage quit? Or did they just alt tab out and go watch honey drizzling videos on feet like I normally do? And my opponent has officially rage quit because apparently Alakazam is too much. They're definitely not one for spooning. So Anti-Amo, unfortunately, does not enjoy spooning. They're just like, I just want to fork you, and then no spooning afterwards. So they rage quit, and there you go. That's just a great way to start the video. Is, oh, hey, their Bouffalant took a KO on my Abra. The Bouffalant took off my bra, and then they forked me, but they didn't want to stick around for the spooning. So let's go on to the next game because Alakazam is absolutely goated. Well, this is a bit of an awkward start. I guess what I do is we get the Dunsparce, and the Alakazam. Because I could theoretically take the knockout this turn. It's extremely unlikely. It's extremely, extremely unlikely that we take the knockout of this Petrun. But if I do, they're going to be big sad and probably concede. And I don't think we do it. I think what I do is just, let's go to Dunsparce. Okay, that did not work out whatsoever. Oh, it did. Actually, wait, it did. I was going to say that did not work out whatsoever. Then I realized, oh, we have Rare Candy Alakazam. And I think that worked out beautifully, Ali. I'm not even going to do the math because I'm pretty sure we have 10 cards in this hand. Oh, wow. Okay, I thought we had like 12 or something. But hey, a turn 2 Alakazam knockout of a Petrun. How is that not just a concede? And this is why I am definitely Team 3 Rare Candy. Team 4-star made Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and if you've never watched it, watch it immediately. Start with the Frieza Saga, though. Do not start with the, skip to episode, 15. I would not, it takes a little bit to get going. It's kind of like me when I haven't taken my little blue pills. It takes a while to get going. So just watch Dragon Balls Abridged, put those Dragon Balls in your mouth. They'll be great. And we don't know what their ace spec is, and I'm trying to talk over the chainsaw outside, because, people are trying to looked at my toes. There's a tree blocking the window that would normally show my feet, and they're trying to cut it down, but joke's on them. I have frosted windows that I can install. They're not, these feet picks aren't free. And I play 1 Enhanced Hammer. I know I've seen lots of lists play 2 copies. It's like, have you seen some Japanese lists and some English lists, they play 4 Battle Cage, some play 2 Enhanced Hammer. I'm 3 Battle Cage, 1 Enhanced Hammer because we're not in a tournament, right? If you're in a tournament, you kind of have to be like, yeah, I have to go with either 4 Battle Cage or 2 Enhanced Hammer, sacrifice a little bit of consistency. Oh my goodness. This is insane. Okay, so I just need, I was going to say, I just need an energy and we have it like that. Yeah, let's win the game. Does that sound like a plan, everybody? Hey, everybody, should I just win the game? Does that sound good to you? Hey, should I just win the game right now? Okay, so let's get 6 cards. I think this is going to be 14 cards in hand. Man, this deck is just so amazing. This deck is cracked like a butt, and I want to just feast on it. All right, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, we have an exact KO again. No, Strange Timepiece has definitely fallen by the wayside here. You know, Strange Timepiece is just not a card anyone's really using. No one really used it at first. You know, it's like an ugly kid at the orphanage. It just wasn't really adopted. Like, we all understand the point of Strange Timepiece is that you can devolve your Alakazam into a Kadabra and then essentially guarantee another 3 cards. But Dudunsparce is basically your Strange Timepiece. Right? Because there's no guarantee after an Iono that you're going to be able to find that Alakazam. You'd rather have the Alakazam in play and search for the Dudunsparce and then do, you know, 100 damage with your powerful hand and then slap him with your powerful feet. How do they have nothing? All right, well, let's just get rid of your Zorua there, bud. Let's just get rid of the old Zorua. Yep, and just, I'm surprised they haven't conceded. This is total domination. Even if they have a Zerosic's Machinations, I don't think they can win because I have Sacred Ash and Super Rod. Because I think we're more likely to see a Zerosic today than like a Mist Energy. And the Yveltal can't do anything. I got Jet Energy. I have, you know, 3 Dunsparce. I can just evolve. I can attack with Alakazam. So the reason I put Sacred Ash in here is simply because it seems more likely that we're going to run into a Zerosic on PTCGL because people are always whacking off on live. You better be using an Iono. Oh, there it is. I told you. I told you. People are going to be playing Zerosic. I absolutely told you. Did I not tell you? All right, so we don't need the Enhanced Hammer. The Hilda does get us a good card, but I think I can just win if they just put a Zorua into play. Right? I think we just win if there's a Zorua in play, which I think is what I'll be attempting to do here. All right, well, I gotta get rid of one more. Jeez. All right, well, Hilda's done. Yeah, because, I mean, if they just... They can't do anything, right? Like, what do they think? What are they possibly potentially going to do here is I can just powerful hand. And yeah, they might have a Monkey Dory, but if they put a Monkey Dory down, that's a win condition. So it's like, yeah, their whole entire strategy was Zerosic, but I know from experience that Zerosic is not an auto win card against Alakazam. You just have to make sure you don't go too crazy. Obviously, I'd prefer if there was some Dudunsparce on the field. And I should have kept the Hilda. Yeah, I should have, but I was thinking that what if they put a Zorua down? Right? What if they put a Zorua down and then, you know, I can do something there. But yeah, maybe the Hilda was the right call. And they're going to subjugate my chains. Who are you going for? You can knock out anybody you want. Okay, that's an interesting decision. They do realize they just lost the game, right? They do realize they just lost the game. Yeah, good job, Andy. They do realize they just lost the game, so You know, again, Xerosic, that is a perfect example of Xerosic is not the be-all, end-all end of Alakazam. Same with Hand Trimmer. Foot Trimmer is also not very powerful against this deck either. It's like, yeah, you can go down 6-1 and then play as Xerosic. That doesn't mean you have a chance. Do I have to admit that Dawn is a playable card? Because I really don't want to. You know, Dawn could have been a better card. Oh man, why couldn't it be the opposite? Why couldn't it have been the opposite and I start the triple Abra or double Abra and then I can go get the Fan Rotom? All right, so let's just get... We have a Dudunsparce, so I think it should be Kadabra. And, you know, if I did go and get the Fan Rotom, that wouldn't have been the dumbest thing in the world, because if I get Fan Rotom, that can knock out a Carvanha or a Toxel, and I have bosses and Counter Catcher. But then I'd need to find a stadium, and for some reason, I can't find a stadium with this deck to save my Fan Rotom, and also I don't really like Fan Rotom. I don't really like Budew in this deck either. But you need something to Budew, and if Budew buys you another turn, you kind of have to Budew it. Wait, a boss's orders on my Abra. That's not very nice. Okay, well, maybe they don't have anything they can do other than Pecharunt to the bench and then put a damage counter on their Sharpedo and... Oh. Interesting decision. Okay. Well, we might end up losing this game because you just get a bad start sometimes. And apparently this is a Carvanha deck. This is not a Sharpedo deck. This is a Carvanha deck, and we're just going to get absolutely obliterated by the shark. The daddy shark, or sorry, the baby shark. I guess this would be the baby shark, even though it's a piranha. Don't worry about it. Hey, we got the goated top deck. Okay. And Nick, no, because we're not stupid people. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we are having a great time today. I guess I have to go get the Fez and just try to draw some cards right now. Thank you, Lily. Thank you for showing up. All right, you know, you're not the stepmom, you're the mom who stepped up. And I will call you mommy as long as you want me to. All right. All super useful cards, I think. All right, let's attach to the Abra. There's no way they have another bosses, right? There's no way they have another bosses, but I will definitely take a look back at Mega Evolution base set and all of Phantasmal Flames for like the 100th time to see if there's anything I missed. Because I just went back and looked at all the Psychic Pokemon to see if there's any Psychic Pokemon that get helped out by Wondrous Patch. Oh my goodness. And it's like, I can force some things. I can force some decks to have, I can be like, you're going to take this Wondrous Patch and you're going to enjoy it. Like, I can force that to happen. And I don't mind forcing myself upon some Pokemon that maybe don't want it, but it doesn't mean it's going to be good. Okay. Gordroth, well, I did mostly skip that. So yeah, like there's the Gigalith from Black Bolt and White Flare that I really want to, you know, do something with. The Gigalith that does 20 damage for each damage counter on all of your bench fighting Pokemon. I really want to just try that out. And Ant, well, you watched the video, right? I know you watched that video, and you were like, damn, that's actually pretty good. Okay, I'm going for it. I don't care. I'm going for it. We're going for it. Everyone, get ready. I'm going for it. Buckle up. That's a pretty goated top deck. We are absolutely just going for it right now. So I want to thin the deck of everything first. So let's go Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam. Well, I mean, Larry's Kamala only accelerates energy to a Larry's Pokemon, so that's not as good as you might think. All right, so the reason I'm doing it in this order is because I want to use the Poffin. All right, then we go Buddy Poffin. Let's go get Dunsparce. And I mean, how I could chicken out here. I could definitely chicken out and go for the Fan Rotom, but I'm no chicken. Buck. Okay. Can I please get the Enriching Energy into the Dunsparce? That would be a no. All right. How many energy do I need? More than I can get, I think. Okay, so let's go. Or how many cards in my hand do I need to knock this guy out? I mean, we're about to find out. Because there's no way they have like a Wally's Compassion or something. The question is, am I short? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I'm doing 340. So I can play a card. This is insane. Actually, I can play 2 cards. That is awesome. I can play 2 cards and still knock out the Sharknado. This deck is cracked like a butt. This deck is so insane. It's like, oh, hey, you knocked out an Abra and a Budew without having to put a Mega into play. Yeah, Alakazam just kind of doesn't care. As long as I can get off to any okay of a start, right? You won't know this because you're the stream audience. You're not as cool as the YouTube audience. But in the intro of the video, I mentioned that if you just get off to a bad start, things can kind of go wrong with this deck. But if you're facing a Mega deck, no, I don't think. This is absolutely, unequivocally, undeniably, inarguably the #1 single prize deck, and it's in the top 10 of just best decks. It's not just the best single prize deck, it's one of the best decks in general. And no, Ignition Energy. So you just play 4 Ignition Energy and just any energy for basics, and you're fine. So Larry's the Dunsparce EX. Watch the video if you haven't. And you bullied a Zam deck with Watchtower. Well, how? You have 4 stadiums in this deck. How do you get bullied? So I think the writing is on the wall here. How did you do that? Did you play 4 Watchtower or something? Yes. Oh, thank goodness Empoleon EX. You know, Empoleon EX is this deck's one weakness. But no, Empoleon, the reason I didn't upload an Empoleon video is because I didn't want people thinking it was playable. Like, when I upload a deck, the deck has to be at least somewhat playable. And they couldn't find a stadium. Well, that sounds like a skill issue, Crumbreon. But no, Larry's Dudunsparce EX is going to be really, really strong with Ignition Energy and Kamala Harris. But you uploaded a Mega Venusaur video because I had to. Okay, I was forced to. I had to upload a video for every Mega. Every time a Mega is released, I have to upload a video. What are they doing? Oh, geez. Why are they not playing well? Why are you not doing the right thing? Why are you failing? What is it with you and failure, Seymour? All right, so let's go get a Dunsparce and an Enriching Energy if I had one. So the Enriching Energy is prized. That's cool. Love that. Huge fan of that. I guess we just love as a battle cage. All right, let's go. Yeah, I guess I should attach because we have a Jet Energy in the deck. We'll give him a powerful handy. Kleinberger threatened to release his pictures of you in a compromising position. There's no position I can be in that's compromising. But no, the problem with Slowking is that it didn't really get anything. From Phantasmal Flames, I think it got the Pawmot that paralyzes. There was like one Japanese deck that used the Pawmot, and that was it. Mistress Paddlebottom begs to differ. No, that was a downward-facing dog. There's a difference. It's a yoga pose. Mistress Paddlebottom, you know, she did it because she knows what she's doing. Okay, what's their plan exactly? They have to Iono. That's like their one strategy is Iono. You know, how do you beat Alakazam? Iono. That's it. You know, you have to have Iono. Xerosic, sure, that helps, but if you don't have Iono, there's not a whole lot you can do against Alakazam, especially as a Mega deck. And Crumbreon, oh my goodness, yeah, they should just concede. If you never play an Iono, like if the only Iono you play against Alakazam is turn 1, and you take their 6-card hand and give them a 6-card hand, you should definitely just concede. So yeah, and the thing is, that's another reason I put the Sacred Ash in here, is that if they just target the Dunsparce, then I can go Sacred Ash and be like, oh yeah, there's a Dunsparce, Dunsparce, and then something else. And there's not a whole lot you can do. But Battle Cage, it's unfortunate. My God, that is annoying. I know you hopefully can't hear it because I have the settings on my microphone. You know, because Trondro likes to yell for help, and I got to make sure you can't hear that. But Battle Cage, it's sort of a, you have to play it. You don't want to, but there's no other option. You have to have a counter to Monkey Dory, and this is the only logistical, logical counter to Monkey Dory that Alakazam can have. And Ant, oh no, you don't need that much. No, you don't need a ton. Remember, it's for every Kamala Harris. So you can go manual attachment and ignition, and then put 4 basic on it. We might, you know, there might be other cards coming out that help it. Like we might get an experience share reprint. We might get something else. You know, you could always play Mela as well to really, really help it out. What are we doing here? Can I take the KO? I'm just going to take the KO. Okay, we're going to knock out the Sharpedo. I'm going to show them that they don't mess with the pilot. Okay, this is my plane. I'm the captain now. You don't mess with the pilot on this plane. Am I seriously not going to get all the things that I want? Well, that's annoying. I wanted to get a Dunsparce and really cheese them off. Okay, fine. Well, lucky for them, Mela also rotates, but we're getting Larry's cards in January. So that's what I'm talking about, is we're getting, you know, Mela's going to be there. I won that game prizing Enriching Energy, by the way, just to show you how good I am. So Larry's Dunsparce is probably going to be out in January. We're going to have Mela, Crispin, Turbo Energize, Experience Share, all the things. Go watch the video, because Alakazam is crazy. Let's whack off with the Togekiss list. And hot dog buns, well, that is like the #1 tip they have for YouTubers, is collaborate with other YouTubers. Like that's the thing they want you to do. Okay, so we go to Dunsparce, and then we Hilda for a Dunsparce Enriching Energy, and then we just kind of have it. Right. Or I could just, yeah, we'll just do what I said I was gonna do. Because what if we just get it like that, right? What if we just get it like that and I win? That'd be hilarious. Okay. I think I have it, right? Because they took a knockout. I have Alakazam. I have the Dunsparce. So remember, they Iono'd me to 1, and watch what's about to happen. We got Iono'd to 1. Remember that. Remember that we were Iono'd to 1 at the start of this turn. And we just did something crazy. We just again, Iono is a lie. We just drew 16 cards because of Enriching Energy. We prized the bosses, we prized 2 Battle Cage. That is insane. I just drew 16 cards in 1 turn with Alakazam because I am the best Alakazam player in the world, and you cannot take that away from me. And also, the Togekiss is kind of useless because they just target the Togekiss, and it's a lot of work, and it doesn't draw you cards, but it is kind of funny when it works, but it hasn't worked at all for me this stream. If you couldn't tell, the Dodrio build kind of sucks. All right, let's go get... I guess I get Doduo. Because remember, you play Great Ball before Buddy Puffin if you want to find basics. And I guess I want to get Fan Rotom, but I feel like this is just an Abra game, right? Because they're going to take a knockout with the Solrock next turn. We did prize an Abra, so maybe it makes sense to go Doduo, Fan Rotom, Lilies. Because they're going to fill out their bench. They're not going to think like, oh, Pilot's playing Morty's Conviction. Oh yeah, definitely Pilot's playing Morty's Conviction. And then we 100% use Teleporter. And we go Fan Rotom. And we get Buddy Puffin for Abra Doduo. So this worked out pretty well. That was a pretty dang good turn 1. And I can go Fan Call. Fan Call is like a booty call, but you gotta be much more careful. Now the question is, where do I put the Lucky Helmet? I guess we put the Lucky Helmet on the Fan Rotom. Though I'm not sure Lucky Helmet makes sense in this deck, because it's like you trade off 1 card to draw 2. Like, the reason you would put Lucky Helmet in this deck, and the reason I put Lucky Helmet in this deck, is if they Iono you, it lets you draw 2 cards, and as we've learned on stream, Dodrio really sucks. Do not play Dodrio. There's a reason Dudunsparce is the perfect partner, like peanut butter and toes. Dudunsparce draws you 3 cards. It lets you, you know, clear the deck. They might actually not take a knockout of Fan Rotom with the Solrock this turn, by the way. It lets you clear the deck. You can utilize enriching energy. This one, it's like legacy energy. And Gazer Beam, welcome in. We're whacking off today. You know, while I'm whacking off, I'm thinking of you all the time, Gazer Beam, so I'm glad you came. Now, the problem is that if Callie Jean watched my original video, either, I think it was the Mega Lucario video, they know that Mega Lucario can beat Alakazam. The issue is that they have to take a knockout with Solrock. And, well, you're the one who said this is a wacky deck. So, number one, they should not be putting Mega Lucario into play. Number two, they should focus on the Solrock. So they've already made 2 mistakes, and they are clearly not a Trust Your Pilot viewer, because they're probably well adjusted and they don't know how to beat off Alakazam with Mega Lucario. Okay. But didn't they... Oh, they didn't use it. Wait, are you seriously? I would not have done that. I would definitely not have done that. They've done like 3 things wrong. So, Callie Jean, I highly recommend you go and watch Trust Your Pilot's video with Mega Lucario, because it teaches you how to win this matchup. Now, of course, I could fail to get Rare Candy, and that would cost me the game, but there's no way we fail to get... What the hell? There's no way we fail this turn, okay? I can guarantee you we're going to get it. Unless there's only 1 Rare Candy in the deck, in which case we're so screwed. So screwed. So screwed. Okay. We just draw all of the cards and see what happens. That's the strat with this deck. Hey, what's the strategy with Alakazam? You draw all of the cards and see what happens. ABC, we got 2 energy. It's easy. Oh, we got all the energy now. We have way too much energy at this point. Okay, so Morty's is a draw of 3. And so is Dawn, essentially. There's an Alakazam. Okay, we would really like a Rare Candy, though. Could I please get a Rare Candy? There's at least 2 of them in the deck. And I think I have to use that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, I think it's Dawn just to get Fez. Oh, God. Never mind. That's not good. Okay, well, we can still do it. All we have to do is get Rare Candy off this Kadabra. We saw 2 Rare Candy off that Great Ball. So we're definitely guaranteed to find it here. So guaranteed to find it. Huh. I can sacrifice somebody, but we know they have the Hairy Mama. So I'm in a dilly of a pickle right now. I mean, I guess I just go Beam. We just hit him with the old Beam. Because the fact that they have a Mega Lucario on the field is really good for us. And also, you know, if we can they're going to do something, right? They're going to do something to screw us over. The Dodrio are massive liabilities in this matchup. But my Alakazam can't get knocked out by Solrock unless they drain their PP. Okay, I would have used Hairy Mama in that situation, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, the most inventive Pokemon attack name, Beam. Isn't that the, like, 80s action hero? Or is that Bean? Michael Bean? Okay. It's like Mr. Bean. All right, so let's go Kadabra. Morty's Conviction is going to be pretty good. We have all the things we need to win. We don't need that. So let's go. I think this is a Super Rod situation, because my Rod is super, as you can ask I Am Legend's mom. All right, so let's go Artazon. So we are going to take the lead if I can take the knockout this turn. And I'm pretty sure we're going to take the knockout this turn. So let's go Alakazam. I'm not even going to do the math because we're doing all the things. And then as long as I hate this game so much. I hate this game so damn much. This stupid game. Oh, what do you need last turn? Oh, I just need 1 Rare Candy. Oh, you need Rare Candy this turn? No, last turn. Last turn I need Rare Candy. God, this game. All right, let's I should probably be wary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's a paddling. Typical PDCGL. Hey, you needed Rare Candy last turn? Well, don't worry. There's 2 in the top 3 cards of your deck. Yeah, but I'm going to get them next turn. Yes, you are. And also you prized your Fez, which would have gotten you the Rare Candy as well. So you put the 2 Rare Candy in the top 3 cards of my deck. Yes. And Fezandipiti would have gotten them for me. Yes. So there's Fezandipiti in my deck. No. Of course. All right, so as long as I don't bench Fezandipiti, we win. And, well, actually, I can bench the Fezandipiti, I think, at this point, because they didn't gust around the Legacy energy. Which is a bit weird. Unless they have an Iono. Because this deck cannot recover from an Iono, because Dodrio is just the worst thing ever created. So they punch themselves in the balls. That means I can take the knockout with Dodrio. So actually, yeah, if they would have Iono'd me, that'd be fine. Because they punched themselves for 70. Dodrio is doing 90. So that's 180 total. So that's a perfect knockout on Harry Mama. And if there's one thing I'm good at doing, it's satisfying Harry Mamas. Using my wild press. But I don't think they can come back here. Like, maybe if they have an Enhanced Hammer, but who's playing Enhanced Hammer in this day and age? All right, well, I guess we just go up with Dodrio and knock him out with Dodrio. Yeah, let's, Sacred Ash. There's Dawn. Sacred Ash. Dude's back in the deck. Where's all my Kadabra? There's 4 in the deck. Where the hell did all the Kadabra go? Abra. There's literally 4 in the deck. Okay. Did you know that Fez on that 70 show stands for Foreign Exchange Student? There's your useless fact of the day, is that the name Fez from that 70 show, it's actually an acronym, or I guess an acronym for Foreign Exchange Student. Huh? Bet you didn't know that. There you go. Now imagine all the important information you just forgot because of that. Imagine all the important information you just lost because of learning that useless fact. All right, so am I actually worried about this guy? Because they'll be able to use the Lucario to take a KO. I'm going to Morty's Conviction away the Psyduck. PDCGL will break. Where the... Where are all the Kadabra? How do we have 3 of the 7 cards in my deck are Kadabra? Half of my deck is Kadabra. And Lomed? No, there were 4 Kadabra. There's half of my deck is Kadabra right now. And Lomed, I will be baiting them while thinking of you. And Rurur, that's okay. After what I did to your mother's face last night, you probably don't want to know what it looks like. All right, so here's the Sol Rock. If they Iono me, we're kind of screwed. And yeah, how the hell did we... Hey, ISO, it was me. It was me, ISO Bandit. It was me. As long as they don't Iono me, we're fine. Just beam me, buddy. You know, your Cosmic Beam is no match for my regular Earth Beam. My Abra Beam, my beam when I'm wearing a bra. Damn it. Well, we're going to get a bunch of Kadabra. Oh, see, everyone always questions me. Hey, Pilot, why are you playing Lily's Determination? Oh, Pilot, why are you playing Lily's Determination in that deck? Exactly. I'll say, so Dodrio takes the knockout, right? Because that's doing 130. So Dodrio takes the knockout. I don't even need the things, but I think what I do is I send up the Kadabra as just a safety precaution. So Kadabra goes up front as a safety precaution because I might get Alakazam. We only need 6 cards, and Lily's gets me 6 cards. Yeah, like, I know Lily's doesn't fit the master mold of this deck, but it helps, right? Lily's just helps. That's all I can really say about Lily, is that she helps. Ah, crap. Wait. Oh, yeah, we don't have an Alakazam in the discard pile. This is not good. But I think it still makes sense to use the Kadabra, because again, this takes a Kadabra out of the deck, which is, and there we go, we got it. Yeah, so we go Jet Energy, the Dodrio, Lily's Determination, we save all of our Alakazam, and then we just Lilies. And yeah, like, they did everything right, except they underestimated their pilot. They forgot to, okay, chill PDCGL. Just chill for a second. So this is PDCGL deciding that it's using Anarchy right now, because if they Iono me, all 4 of my Alakazam plus my Fez are on the bottom of my deck. Like, what are the odds of that I would draw 4 Alakazam and Fezandipiti, all of my card draw, and then an Iono means I just lose the game. But I can shuffle deck with Artazon, which will be useful, but I have no card draw, which is insane. Like, if somebody wants to crunch the numbers, go for it. But, like, literally, what are the odds that you're going to draw all 4 of your Alakazam and your Fezandipiti, but they're not going to Iono me, right? There's no way they're playing. Oh, God. So PDCGL decide, you know, PDCGL, the dev probably, oh, goodness. The PDCGL dev probably bet on the prediction for this game and was like, you know what? I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose this one. All right, well, I have to send up the Fan Rotom in case we get an energy. Okay, I literally have to put the Fan Rotom down. Yeah, let's go Abra, because we do have a Kadabra in the deck. All right, we are in it. We are in it right now. They have not played with their PP yet, which is interesting. And we all know it was Clan Burglar, but just like, you could not, like, if you ever are wondering, is PDCGL specifically designed to, you know, get me off? And yes, it is. Because you could not script that any worse. That I just draw into all the things that I need, and then an Iono would send all the cards I need. Like, one of those cards being in the deck would have been fine. But all 5 of them being lost. Oh, nice try, PDCGL. Nice try, buddy. Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be... Oh, I can't put the Fan Rotom down because I might need the Fez. Oh, you tried. You tried so hard and you got so far, but in the end, PDCGL, it didn't even matter, did it? It didn't even matter. You tried. Oh, man. You'll love it. You'll love it when you can just destroy the PDCGL, you know, the dev who's working behind the scenes to screw me over. They must have taken their eye off the prize, their eye off my balls, and I won that one. Even when PDCGL... Oh, so this is Card Bleed. Again, I had someone ask me, I don't know what Card Bleed is, but that terrestrialization bug, that is Card Bleed. So you notice how the Mega Lucario is behind the Alakazam? They've said numerous times in the past that they were going to fix this issue, and they've even listed it in patch notes, but they're definitely totally going to fix it this time.